Welcome back to Rookies on the Road. My name is Crosby, and today I am giving you a grand tour of our Grand Designs Imagine travel trailer. Today I'm going to take you through the travel trailer, tell you guys all about the details of it and what you can expect if you are to get something like this, and show you some of the renovations that we've done inside and just the possibilities of it all. So this is a 2021 Grand Design Imagine travel trailer XLS 17 MKE. So it's 21 feet 11 inches in length, and we found it to be super easy to tow around over a massive distance. We've driven quite a ways in this thing from Florida up to Virginia, and it doesn't take up a lot of room at a campsite or in a parking lot, so it's really easy to get around. The dry weight is 4,872 pounds, and the maximum weight it's allowed to weigh legally is 6,395 pounds. So we tow ours with a V8 model of a Jeep Grand Cherokee, and it can hold up to 7,200 pounds, so we haven't had any issues at all. So the stairs fold out like this, so when you're driving you just have it folded up, and then to open it you just lift up the bar, and this is double locked, which is really nice. Open it on up, we can go inside, and welcome to our home. We've spent the last couple of weeks working on reorganizing and redecorating the RV to kind of make it our own, like I was saying before, and we didn't make too many changes structurally, but we did install a new backsplash in the kitchen, which makes a huge difference, I think. This is a peel and stick white tile backsplash from Amazon, and it did take a while to kind of reshape around the windows, but we love how it turned out. We also installed a bar above the sink that we can hang some pots with some fresh herbs on it. So I went yesterday to Lowe's and got some rosemary and basil, so I'm super excited to have some fresh herbs growing in the RV while we're out west. We also installed a magnetic knife rack to free up some drawer space, and it seems super strong, so we'll see how it goes when we're driving. And we also installed a paper towel rack, and this again just frees up some cabinet space. The last thing we put in the kitchen was a little fruit hammock, and we got that from IKEA. How do I look? We also installed these little magazine holders. This will be great for holding miscellaneous items. And then we also have these plastic command hooks to hold things like car keys, a hat, and anything else. And the last thing we did was install some other command hooks behind the TV to hold our masks. And we just kind of wanted it up and out of the way to keep them clean, not next to the door. So something I really like about the door is that it actually is also a screen door. Close it so the mosquitoes don't get us. Alright, so we'll start with the Queen Murphy bed. As you can see, there's tons of space here. There's an entire couch. It's very large. There is a pull-down cup holder here. So underneath the couch are these massive drawers that we use to store our shoes. And then on each side there is a closet space with tons of room. They're super deep, and there's also some more drawers here to keep other clothes. And then to pull down the Murphy bed, you pretty much just flip over the couch, unhook the latches on the Murphy bed itself, pull that part down, and then you pull down the mattress. So inside of the Murphy bed, there is a built-in cubby storage. So once you open it up, there's also a reading light. You can move it around, and each person has one. And then to turn on the blue LED mood lighting, just flip the switch. We got some fun blue lights. Then up here, we got some more storage space that we actually haven't utilized yet, but we definitely will. It's very comfortable. So we're using the comforter that it came with as kind of a mattress pad, and then we added another comforter to make it even squishier. So next up, we have the lounge area. We went with the reclining chair option, and there are actually two options in this Grand Designs Imagine travel trailer. You can choose between the reclining chair option and the dinette version. We went with this one just because it's a lot more comfortable in my opinion. So right here in this metal bracket, you can take the table arm, the metal table arm, which is stored behind here. You can install it, and then you can put the tabletop on top of it, and it turns into a table that you can eat at, do work at. We use it a lot, but we also really like to have the option of just using it as a couch. You can actually pull down this middle part, and it turns into a little area with two cup holders. So to lay back the seat, it's super easy. You just pull this lever on the side, puts the feet part out, and then you just lean on back, and got a nice little lounge chair. Perfect view of the television right in front of you. So we also put in this really fluffy and soft rug from IKEA just to cozy it up a little bit. But the floors we've actually found are pretty warm. We've been in quite a few snowstorms already, and you know, the floor is a little cold, but it's not freezing cold, and that's because everything is pretty much insulated. So we found the RV to be really, really great in cold weather. So a great thing about all the new Grand Designs is that they all come with a flat screen HD Roku TV, so you can stream Netflix, Hulu, and Prime, as well as some other things on here as long as you have internet. You can pull it out like this, and you can keep it straight so you can watch it from the couch, or you can swivel it this way and watch it from the bed. So, a big reason why we got this trailer in particular is because of the counter space. So remember when I said the trailer was 21 feet 11 inches? The counter space itself is 10 feet 9 inches. Almost half the trailer is the counter space, which is amazing. And that's why we put a lot of time and effort into making the kitchen really nice, because we do spend a lot of time in here. On the very far left of the counter space, we have these 3 large drawers. They're pretty big. We have over here a stainless steel sink. It comes with this roll-up drying rack kind of thing. This is really, really nice for when you're in here washing dishes. You want to just flip it over, lay out your dishes to dry. You can use that. We also bought a brand new drying rack from Home Goods, and this lays flat, but you can pop it up like this, and it lays perfectly in the sink. It literally fits like a glove. It's insane. We didn't even measure it, so I'm really happy about that. I guess we can go under the sink now. Again, going in theme with the storage space, I really love how under the sink it has a shelf. Not all sinks have this. So we can start up top here. There is a built-in spice rack. So as you can see, we've utilized that quite a bit. Underneath here is a big, you know, storage space. It's super deep as well, so we just break it up with these baskets for various cleaning supplies. Up here in the upper cabinet section, we have a combination of storage space. So in this basket, we store all of our cups. Here we store our bowls and plates. And we got this little contraption from IKEA to store everything, keep it really nice in place, and then here we just keep immediate cooking supplies. Jumping over here to the control panel. This right here controls all of the music. You can put in a DVD, or you can use Bluetooth for the speakers. There's actually interior and exterior Bluetooth speakers. And then over here is the control panel that shows you how much is in your fresh tank, black tank, and gray tank. It also shows you how charged up your battery is, and then when you want to heat your water, you can click if you want to use gas or electric. So there is a 14-foot awning outside that has LED lights attached to it, which is really cool, and you can control that through inside of here. And then the slide, so when you're driving, obviously you'll put the slide in. When you get to a campsite, you'll put it out, and the slide is where the reclining chairs are. Another really, really cool thing about this trailer is that you can install the One Control app and using the QR code, and you can actually control everything on this control panel from your phone. So the Bluetooth, the lights, you can check in the car if you're driving, how much, you know, do we need to dump? Do we need to get more water? It's stuff like that. All right, so that's everything for this cabinet space. We can move right along over here to another storage space. So this is where we keep our trash can and then like random other stuff. This part up top, we keep our oven mitts and there's some various rags. And this whole section is absolutely amazing. I've honestly never really seen a trailer this size to have all these amazing features. So we can start with the microwave. This only works when you're connected to power, but it works literally like any normal microwave. Here we have the little stovetop area so you can turn the light on and off. You can also turn on the fan when you're cooking. And something that this RV has that not a lot of other RVs have is an exterior vent. So when you're cooking, you can go outside, pop the vent open, and it will air out all of the hot air. Most RVs, you have to like vent inside and open up all the windows. This one doesn't have that, and so that's been really, really great. Jumping on over to the stove. So flip up this little glass part and you have a 3-burner propane powered stove. So when you're using this, it's really cool. You can turn on these lights, so they were blue. To turn on the stove itself, you turn this part, the ignition, you turn it this way, and at the same time you go like that. Turns on the stove, super powerful, and dummy proof it. It's red when it's on, so you don't burn yourself. Same thing for the oven. So you turn on the ignition, you flip it, and the oven will also turn on. On here, you can see the various temperatures that you can turn the oven to. So down here is the oven. It's small, but it's done the trick. We've made some muffins in here, we've made cookies, we've made brownies. We bought these little pans from Lazy Days, and they fit really well in here. So right below the oven, we have another section for our pots and pans. It's a little disorganized, as you can see, but it is big. It has a lot of space in here, more than we need. And then on the side here are some more drawers. So we got our silverware, but it's pretty big. It's like the size of my forearm. Yeah. All of our stuff. So there's 3 drawers here. Moving up here, we have our little paper towel rack that we installed, which is super handy. And here is probably our biggest storage space in the kitchen. You can't really see it, but this is actually 3 feet in depth. We have so much stuff like just stuffed in the back here. So the only issue with it is that we might forget what's back there because that's how big it is. So we put like our crock pot, our coffee pot, all of those things in this section. And then in here this is like our designated pantry. We've kept everything in these little Tupperwares, but they move pretty far back, and this one's like fairly big. And then we have the fridge and the freezer. So this is the fridge. We have these little bars here that keep things from sliding off. Make sure you put these up because we had a very tragic occurrence where we came in here after driving a while and a full carton of eggs slid off and exploded all over the floor. So these things are super handy for keeping things in place. Again, up here, the freezer, very basic. And then up here is the control panel for that. The fridge and the freezer are the Dometic brand, and they're dual powered, so you can power it with the propane and you can also power it with electricity. All right, and then over here we have the thermostat. You can control everything on here. Right now it's on cool. So the AC and the heater are actually ducted, which is not normal in some RVs, but it's really, really nice. So the cold air comes up here. So here is the main AC unit and some more vents. And then down here is the heater. So here's one of the heater vents. So when it's super cold, I like to stand right here and just be warm. So this is the bathroom. We'll start with the door. This is like kind of like a really strong rubber band that holds the door open. So when you're driving, this doesn't like fly all over the place. If you want to close it, you just unhook and close it. Right, open it back up. So here is our walk-in shower. It's very spacious. We ended up getting a new shower head because ours, the original one, first of all, was just not really that good, to be totally honest, but we ended up being in a super cold place and the pipes froze and it literally like broke the shower head. So we got a new one and this is a lot better, so I would recommend getting a new shower head. And then lastly is the door. So this one's actually really cool. It slides like this, hooks over here. And what's cool about this is when you close it, it acts as a squeegee, so all of the water gets, caught, it comes down and it gets drained into the drain, so you don't even have to wipe any of the water off, and it avoids building up any mildew or gross stuff like that. So next we have this sink here. It has the same marble countertops as the kitchen does. You just turn on the water pump and the water works great. Under here, we have kind of a big under the sink area. We keep a little basket with some cleaning supplies. Up here, we have a medicine cabinet with a mirror. So open it up and there is tons of space. In here, down here, and then over here is more space here. So we keep our toilet paper roll in there and then any other miscellaneous items. These came with the trailer, so these little hooks and this towel rack. And then up here we have another skylight with a vent fan, so when you're taking a shower you can just turn that on. This is the toilet here. You can use it when you turn on the water pump, and to flush it you just hold down this, and yeah, that's how it works. Very basic. So that was pretty much the entire interior. We're gonna now move outside and show you some of the features out there, so let's come along.
Hi, I'm Dylan, and I'm gonna go over the outside of the trailer. We're gonna start here at the front, the tongue of the trailer. We have a very nice, handy electric lift. 2 20-pound propane tanks. We absolutely love this thing. It also comes with a plastic shield, which is really nice. You can hide it and conceal it. We got 2 batteries here. This trailer comes standard with one of them, but when I was ordering it, I opted to get a second one installed, which we also got a solar panel attached to the top. So it's really nice. We don't have to constantly plug it in and charge it. It's just being passively charged right now as we're in the sun. What's great about this trailer, and one of the common themes that it has, is storage. With this pass-through storage, which is the entire width of the trailer, 10 feet of storage all the way through to the other side. They lock, we have a lock here as well, and this little black thing here, what's cool is it's magnetic. So if you're working inside, getting things out, this door's not gonna keep falling on you. There's also lights on the inside you can turn on when you're working at night. So here on the other side of this pass-through storage, we have where we're going to connect our water when we're at RV parks. Since this trailer is fully insulated inside and out, they have this really cool pass-through right here, and that essentially allows you to stick the hose through. That way you don't have to have this door open. You can keep it fully insulated. When you're connected to water at a campsite, you put it to city water, or what's cool is you can fill your fresh tanks straight from here with this little lever. We also have our battery disconnect, so if you're putting your RV for long storage, just take it out, kills all the batteries and preserves it. This is also your cable hookup as well, so you can use that same pass-through port, plug in your cable, and it'll work for the TV on the inside. And what's also really cool is when you're connected up to shore power, which this RV is equipped with a 30 amp port, is that you have power plugs on the inside here, and there's some on the outside as well. Some more things that are on the outside of the trailer is we have our 2 speakers here that can be controlled from the inside, and what's cool is that you can set 2 zones. You have an inside zone and an outside zone. You can either play them independent or you can sync them together. And probably our favorite part about the outside of the trailer is this massive awning. It gives nice shade, very comfortable to be out here, and there's a light out there too, so you can have outside entertainment and everything else. A few more of the ports that are on the outside. You can also use this right here as your freshwater fill. If you don't want to use the fill that's on the inside and you just want to do a quick fill. We have a cable pass-through port here, so if you want to put a TV out here and watch cable TV when you're outside hanging out in the really nice weather, put that here. And here's these outlets on the outside as well. Plug in whatever kind of appliance, TV, whatever it is. One cool little feature about this trailer is that you have a spray port here. So if you're at a beach or you have sand, or you want to just spray off instead of going in the trailer and going into the shower, getting all the dirt in there, you can just hook it up right here, spray off real quick, and go in your trailer. It's awesome. This right here is the water heater. It's very convenient, easy access, and this runs off of either propane or electricity. This is your heater exhaust for the hot air that blows inside. This is where heat passively exhausts from the fridge, and super easy access to these 2 little bolts here come out, and you can access the fridge in the back here. And probably the most important feature is your 30 amp port to plug in. It's cool, this is threaded, so no water can leak inside if you're at a rainy-ish campsite. To finish out the back, this back bumper here, this actually cap comes off, and you can put the sewage line that you'll plug into the gray and black tank here. That way you don't have to keep it in front of your storage compartment up in the pass-through. It stays tucked away, nice and safe back here, so you don't have to deal with the odors that can build up in it. This backside here, this is the flush out port for the gray and black tank. You also have a little utility light, so if you're working at night, you can see what you're doing down here. And this right here is a dual purpose, so it has the gray and black tank attached to it. We have our drain ports right here, so you just pull this to open up the tanks to flush them out. So there's 3 tanks on this trailer. We have a 43-gallon freshwater tank, a 45-gallon black water tank, and a 37-gallon gray water tank. The last thing is the wheels. What's great about this trailer is it's 2 axles, so we have 2 sets of wheels on both sides. Keeps the trailer very stable, keeps it from doing its death swing, and they're just great to have.
So that is it for this travel trailer tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun filming it, and we are completely obsessed with this travel trailer. So make sure to like and subscribe to stay tuned for our adventures out west. It's gonna be amazing, and thank you again for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.